Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. A lot to talk about this morning, including the forecast as we look ahead to today and the weekend. We'll say hello to meteorologist Scott Gagliardi for the details on that forecast. Hey, Scott, good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Another 59 minutes.
Who's counting?
Not me.
Not you.
Let's take a live look outside, though, in Old Saybrook. There's a lot of clouds out there this morning. You're waking up to temperatures that we haven't seen in the morning in nearly a week. Upper 50s and lower 60s. There were points throughout the work week that we've seen overnight lows near 80. So yeah, this is a very welcome change. The clouds, though, they'll eventually dissipate. It's going to take some time getting there. There's a few showers out there as well. I'll show you exactly where in just a second. The temperatures, though, they're the bigger deal, and they're affecting everybody. Right now, everybody within 60 to about 66. New Haven, still the warm spot, but notice the dew points. They're very low, so it's comfortable. You might even need a light jacket, as hard to believe as that is. Now, First Alert Live radar. Notice how everybody basically doing okay. The issues are through parts of Fairfield County. Talking sprinkles to maybe showers off towards the north and the west. You notice the trajectory will keep this basically through Fairfield County, but these showers are weakening considerably as they make their way closer to Connecticut, and that trend will continue. Once again, these are the temperatures we're starting with. The 60s, they'll climb another 5 to say 10 degrees, looking at those low to mid 70s throughout the afternoon hours. And then enjoy today, because the humidity ticks up in a pretty big way as early as tomorrow. Our shower chances and even thunderstorm risk, that will increase as early as tomorrow too. We'll talk all about that and what to expect for the rest of the weekend, and that's ahead in your First Alert forecast. Good morning, Kate.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on the Wax at 7:02. Heading out the door right now, you're going to be in great shape to have that morning commute heading to work here. We're taking a look in Hartford, 91 north and southbound, right by exit 32A and B. So on the southbound side where you're merging onto 84, no delays. No delays in Middletown along Route 9 by the Connecticut River. Here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound by the Mixmaster. And we got a couple cars there in Meriden along 691 east and westbound. Again, so quiet, calm, clear conditions out there, good visibility. You don't need the sunglasses right now. Pack them in the car, keep them around just in case you might need them a little bit later, but no crashes or major incidents out there, and really actually very limited delays. You can see even down here through Fairfield County, 95 southbound, not even an 80-minute ride just yet, which is pretty typical here for a Friday morning. Things are a little bit slower to start. People have the day off, so if you're heading out right now, you'll be good to go. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Well, right now, police in Shelton are looking into a crash that took down a utility pole. Pinpoint News Tracker shows you exactly where this happened, near Leavenworth Road. And when our crews were at the scene earlier this morning, they saw utility workers there working on all this, putting a new pole up. Police have not said if anyone was hurt.
Right now, a 15-year-old boy is being treated for injuries after police say he was stabbed in Middletown around 9 o'clock last night. Officers arrested a 16-year-old who is now facing an assault charge. Police say there is no threat to the public, and the boy is expected to be okay.
This morning, a 16-year-old from Manchester is facing murder and other charges in connection to a shooting where a 24-year-old man died last month. Police say the suspect was arrested in Alabama and brought back to Connecticut. The victim was found unresponsive in a car on Irving Street.
Also this morning, Willimantic police are investigating after a gun was fired near the Covenant Soup Kitchen. Pinpoint News Tracker showing you the location right near Valley and Walnut Streets. Police say one person fired a gun into the pavement during a fight, but no one was seriously hurt.
Just hours from now, the first full week of testimony will wrap up in the Raul Valle murder trial.
He's accused of killing one teenager and stabbing 3 others outside of a house party in Shelton. Your reporter Roger Susannon has more on what jurors can expect to hear this morning.
That's right, and you know, this trial has already taken a whole bunch of different twists and turns, and prosecutors tell us that at least one very important witness will take the stand today. This just one day after another witness told jurors that he actually heard Valle say he believed he had just stabbed 4 people. Now, we've been building up to this moment for quite a while. Police say that back in May of 2022, when Valle was 16 years old, he stabbed 4 other teens during a fight outside a house party in Shelton. One of those victims, 17-year-old Fairfield prep student Jimmy McGrath, died. Investigators say that the dispute happened after the party host asked Valle and some of his fellow St. Joseph High School classmates to leave. Yesterday, one of Valle's friends, Jack Snyder, testified that Valle was punched first and other students surrounded his SUV, even throwing rocks at the vehicle. Snyder says Valle then asked him for a knife similar to this one, went outside to face those students and minutes later returned to the SUV distraught, telling Snyder, "I think I just stabbed 4 people." Snyder says that Valle then ditched that weapon in nearby woods. By the way, that knife was never found. Snyder did acknowledge to jurors that he was offered immunity in exchange for his testimony. Now, the trial resumes at 10 o'clock this morning. Again, it should be another explosive day of testimony. We'll keep you posted. Reporting in Milford this morning, I'm your reporter, Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
This morning, we've learned that a Hartford man will serve 3 years in prison for his role in a gang shootout at a memorial gathering on Main Street back in 2022. Police say 9 people had guns with them. More than 50 gunshots were fired in less than 2 minutes.
Well, this morning, an organization that helps people in our state pay their energy and utility bills has a new name. Operation Fuel is now Generation Power CT. The company says its rebrand is part of their efforts to provide support beyond energy assistance.
This morning, Waterbury has a new permanent fire chief. The mayor has appointed Javier Lopez to the position. He's been a firefighter there for more than 30 years and spent the last month acting as the acting chief after the previous chief retired.
All right, we have a very important warning here this morning. Police are urging all parents to monitor their children's internet and video game use after a Naugatuck man was arrested, accused of using a video game to sexually exploit a young boy.
And we do want to warn you that some of the details of this case are disturbing, though important to listen to. Your reporter Marcy Jones is live in the studio with what parents need to know.
Well, this is a very disturbing and heartbreaking issue that unfortunately is not uncommon. Investigators in this case say the victim, an 8-year-old little boy, was coerced into sending naked videos to the accused so that he would play an online video game with him. Police have arrested 22-year-old Sean Sayer of Naugatuck. Sayer is accused of demanding sexual material from an 8-year-old little boy he met online. Investigators say Sayer in return would play the game Fortnite with him. This case highlights a terrifying issue of how easily children without supervision can get manipulated and taken advantage of online. Over the span of just 72 hours, investigators say Sayer and the boy exchanged more than 1,300 messages. Court documents revealed disturbing details of their conversations, where Sayer asked the boy to start a live video, take his clothes off, and touch himself. Investigators say there were screenshots on Sayer's phone of conversations with dozens of other minors. Experts are taking the opportunity now to warn parents about these types of dangerous situations.
It was Fortnite and Battle Royale and, other similar games like that. Communications is required to be able to play with your friends. And a lot of them have unlimited texting and chatting that you can't turn off. So it's not uncommon for, the people that come into these spaces that want to do bad things to, start grooming kids.
According to Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, when a player creates an account and indicates they're under 13 years old, they can access certain features like voice or text chat until a parent provides consent. Experts still encourage parents to monitor all online activity for minors, especially when there's a chat feature. In the studio, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, today in Hartford, plans to maintain the Spring Grove Cemetery will take a step forward. City leaders are expected to announce more funding from the state. The cemetery serves as an important historical marker for the capital city, and local officials say funding will also benefit the surrounding neighborhoods.
In Wilton this morning, there's a new tool meant to keep pedestrians safe. The town's police department has 100 brightly colored vests that they're giving out. They want to make it easier for drivers to see walkers, runners, and bike riders. So if you'd like one, you can contact the police department.
Well, this morning, the Enfield community is coming together to honor a woman investigators recently found dead in Japan. Patricia Wu Murad was missing for 2 years, and investigators are still looking into how she died. The Enfield Loaves and Fishes, where she volunteered as a chef in the soup kitchen, dedicated its dining hall to her, renaming it in her honor. If your family is heading to the beach this summer, be aware of large crowds. Authorities in Stratford are warning beachgoers against large gatherings described as beach takeovers. Last week, police broke up a large crowd due to unruly behavior and safety concerns. The town is taking precautions by increasing beach patrols and extending gate hours.
This morning, the Connecticut College and University system has a new leader. Current CT State President John Maduco has been named interim chancellor. His term will start next week, and he'll remain in that role while the State Board of Regents looks for a permanent person. The previous chancellor is moving to a new role as a strategic advisor.
Well, this morning, more school employees in our state will soon be eligible for paid leave. Starting in October, bus drivers, custodians, and cafeteria workers can start applying for paid leave. Non-public school employees will also be eligible.
And as we get another check of your first alert forecast, the time right now, 7:11, starting to notice the clouds thin out a little bit, and that's the trend that will continue throughout the morning hours. Here's a live look in New London. So there's plenty of clouds, but notice some of the blue on the top right-hand side of your screen, where we're going to get into much more of that later on in the morning and throughout the afternoon. So we have plenty of clouds to start, but that eventually transitions to more sunshine. It's also quite cool out there, seasonably cool. Tomorrow, the humidity returns, as well as some heat and a few afternoon storms. But next week, we're tracking a return to 90 degrees. As far as what to expect for tonight, maybe you're heading to one of the plenty of fireworks displays. We have Hamden, Killingly, Stafford Springs, Litchfield, as well as New London. Temperatures will be in the 60s, and clouds will be on the increase. We'll go into much more detail, though, exactly what to expect for tomorrow, as well as the rest of the weekend and the start of next week. Some warmth is on the way. All those details are next in your First Alert forecast.